that better?
Yeah, it's better. What up, everybody? It's me, Mr. Wright, here with another deck profile. We got Jewel Knights. Andrew. We got Andrew's Jewel Knights. Go ahead, Andrew.
Alright, so I'm running two different starters here. Tiffany, I keep in the deck. Want to use her to put in soul to give two other rear guards +3. And then I use Heloise as my main. She's an 8k booster if you have 3 or more other rear guards with Jewel Knight name. That's pretty much all I've got for those.
Is there a reason you use like 2 starters just because I don't play Jewel Knights at all, so I don't know.
I run her to put in the soul to give 2 other units +3 because I Soul Blast a little bit more now. I didn't used to, so I would only run the 1 starter. But it's definitely more consistent now.
There we go. Okay. Trigger line.
We got 4 Rachel. Just your vanilla crit.
Yeah.
4 Bartram. At the end of your turn, if you have 3 or more other rear guards with Jewel Knight in name, you may draw a card, return them to the deck. Very consistent if you use Sword Me to bring them out. If you've got Shelly or Tracy as your rear guards, 14 and 16Ks, very consistent.
Yeah.
2 Tabithas and 2 Margles.
Just because.
4 draws.
Yeah.
Margle I like, sticking soul for +3 to another rear guard. So as I said, I Soul Blast with this deck now, so makes good fodder for it.
Yeah.
And the card that really got me into running Jewel Knights is this little girl right here, Polly, or Polly, I guess, P-O-L-L-I-E, or I.
I'm gonna say Polly.
Polly, there you go.
That's what I'm gonna say. You can call it whatever you want.
Amber Jewel Knight Polly.
Yeah.
Love the artwork, so I was like, you know what? Let's build it.
Yeah. There we go. And G Guardians are a thing. So.
Yes.
And
You feel sad to drop her, but
yeah. And then
all right.
Great Ones.
Grade 1s. Shelly. She's the 10k beater if you have 3 or more other rear guards with Jewel Knight in name. So, as I was saying about using Sword Me to put a Bartram behind her, 14k, pretty hard to beat if you're playing the grade 1 or grade 2 game against somebody.
Of course.
Going against all those 9ks. Also good rear guard attackers, so. And as I was saying, I Soul Blast. These 2, basically your Wyvern Tower Guard for Kagero. Soul Blast 2, draw a card. That's the reason why I'm running Tiffany, running the Margles.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely able to Soul Blast.
Okay, so that's like
Very good tech. Didn't run them.
Yeah.
Didn't run them until recently.
Yeah. So it's like 6 draws right there.
Yeah. All right. The Stride Enabler. Got the pretty one.
Be jealous. Be jelly.
Yeah, looking for a couple more. If anybody knows anybody who has them.
What does it do? Oh, Stride Fighter. Okay,
Stride Fighter.
Okay.
Alright. Heatwind Jewel Knight Cymbeline. When he is placed on rear guard, regardless if it's from the hand or from the deck, you may rest him if you have 3 or more other rear guards with Jewel Knight name and give another unit +10. +10.
Get this card out of here.
Go.
Get it out of here.
Go.
+10. Okay.
And Holy Knight Guardian. The countercharge PG.
Okay.
Gotta run your 4.
Yeah. Gotta countercharge. Gotta countercharge. Got 2s coming up.
Gotta put the pretty one out. I run currently 3 Mirandas. Yes. 1 SP. You guys might want to like that SP a little bit.
Be more jelly.
If you have Ashley as a Vanguard, she is an 11k beater. Also, if she hits a Vanguard while you have Ashley as your Vanguard, she gives another unit +3. So you can pump up several other rear guards if you need to. Very good. If she doesn't have it on the Vanguard, unfortunately, for like if you need to ride her the grade 2, but she's still very versatile if you run Ashley as your Vanguard throughout the most of the game.
Yeah. Pumping up rear guards and getting benefits.
All right, we have Tracy. Tracy is the 12k beater, that big sister of Shelly. If you have 3 or more Jewel Knight rear guards, she gets +3. Again, if you have Bartram, you can send him back to the deck at the end of the turn, draw a card. So, I mean, always able to recycle that good card. I mean, you got to have hand for some of these decks now.
Of course.
Key player. Sword Me. Counterblast 1. When he is placed on rear guard, you may pay the cost. If you do, call a grade 1 or less Jewel Knight from your deck. Targeting most of the time is going to be the Bartram or Shelly or Heatwind to put behind him to pump him up to 19. With Tiffany, give him the, like, if you call out Tiffany earlier, you make him a 22. I mean, that's
good God. That's one of the decks
key player. I tell you what,
hate playing against this deck because when people see this card, it's just here it come. All I got is 5 cards in hand. I'm only on grade 1.
Yeah. Although it's kind of rough when you draw into 4 of them straight.
Grade 3s.
All right. Got a couple SP Ashleys. And a couple triple rare Ashleys.
We got 2. God, dog, real jelly right now.
She is the break ride for Royal Paladins. Gains +10 in crit when you break ride. She does gain another +2 if she attacks the Vanguard. So she's a 13k Vanguard attack. With Heloise, it's a 21k calm. So they're having to drop 15 or a perfect guard. 15 or more, or a perfect guard to be able to...
We got G-Guard in this now, dog. We ain't worried about that no more.
We can do G-Guards too, but...
We ain't worried about that
if your opponent's at the grade 2, what are you going to
do? We can suffer.
Yes, she does tend to do that. So, break ride, +10 in crit, +2 when she attacks. Pretty much straightforward. That's why I was saying also, if you're using Miranda, Miranda's going to be the 11k beside her, so she's the one you want for Miranda mostly. Just makes it all versatile. Couldn't really get any words, but versatile works.
There you go.
All right, and I tech 2 reverse Ashleys. She gets +2 if you have Pure Heart and Soul, so she's a 13k still as well. Counterblast 1, choose one of your Jewel Knight rear guards and lock it. Then choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it, and then you can call a Jewel Knight, any Jewel Knight from your deck to your rear guard circle. Sword Me, Tracy, Heatwind, Cymbeline, any Bartram, I mean anybody. But you mainly want to try and hit Sword Me so you can get any more units out for another Counterblast. To pop out Shelly, Bartram, Tiffany, anybody grade 1 or less. So she calls anybody. Very late game, I guess, or like if you have 4 damage and it's like, okay, I've got a good hand, let me see if I can break ride, and then just kind of nuke my opponent's field for a little bit. And then finally for grade 3s, I run 2 Yvain. He is the Legion to Sword Me. Yes, sir. He gets +5 in a crit if you have 6 or more Jewel Knight units when he attacks.
That does include himself.
That's including himself, so you would have 7 technically. If you
because he's a Legion. Yeah.
And he's also a +2 attack if you have to ride him as your first grade 3. So he's a 13k beater. Ashley, Reverse Ashley, and Yvain are all 13ks. So you've always got that little bit of power if you need it.
Hitting them cross rides.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hitting the cross ride, hitting the break ride. I mean, he's definitely your last game or last turn, or well, not final turn, but real late game push to get to break ride over Ashley for 45 and 3 crit. Well, he gets +2 crit, but he's swinging for 3. So that's numbers.
There you go.
That's numbers.
All right, now for the extended G Zone.
G Zone. All right. Currently running 3 of the Holy Dragon Laser Dragon. I have 1 proxy because I'm still looking for 2 more. if you have a grade 2 or if you have at least one grade 2 rear guard, when you call this from the G zone, he gets +5. So he's a 20k shield, and there are times I forget if I'm only having grade 1 units, he's only going to be 15k. So it's like, kind of hurts, but. 3 to 4 is what I'm trying to run, but I think 3 is pretty good because I am also now running just one Seabreeze for the moment. He's a good tech if your opponent tries to play the either grade 2 game or can't G-assist.
So shoulder breathing all that hot ass breath.
It's in there. It's in there.
Sorry about that, people.
One Blizza,
of course.
With this G-Zone extension, he is numbers for days. Numbers for days.
Very true right there.
2 Gobblade. If he hits a Vanguard, you may choose. Search your deck for up to grade 2 or greater rear guard and call him the rear guard. Of course, you're gonna aim for Sword Me, or if, say, you've already kind of gone through all your Sword Me's, Tracy or not Amber, Miranda.
Yeah.
Those are other cards that you can use. Or if you want to try and, hit for numbers, you can always bring out the Ashleys or Evane. Like if you're swinging for that one last damage and your opponent has nothing left. That's pretty much what I have for Gobblade.
Yeah.
1 Samuel. Counterblast 2. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you pay the cost for Counterblast 2, you deal 1 damage to your opponent if your opponent is at 4 or less, and the number of rear guards you control is 5 or more. So. Again, this is kind of like
is it nullified?
It's not nullified, so it does. Damage checks do happen. Heal triggers, draws, stands, anything like that.
Okay.
So that's the only downside. I hit someone for a heal trigger earlier.
Yeah.
But late game or mid game, if you got your opponent at like 3 or 4, you definitely want to try and hit that 4th or 5th damage. So that's kind of dependent on the player or the position he's in. So I run just 1.
Yeah.
Now with the expansion, I was running only 2, and now we got 4. 4 Saint Blows.
Saint Blow Dragon.
And of course, if you ride first, you have the ability to G-guard first, so that sets him up immediately if you want to go into him on your first stride or a little later on, because he has to have 2 or more copies or 2 cards face up in the G-zone, and including one of himself. He gets an extra crit, and then gets plus 3,000 for each of your rear guards. So if you've got a full field like Jewel Knights like to do, he's going to be swinging for 39.
We'll send this over here to the card.
41 on his own.
The card fight firepower.
And if you have Heloise behind him, he's swinging for 49 and an extra damage.
Yeah,
so that's...
We'll burn all of those cards.
Oh, come on.
Gonna go through the next cards here.
And then...
oh, Lord Jesus.
Evangeline Sama. When you play she's an action skill, so it's not win place. But you choose a card when you G-zone, turn it face up. And if you have, depending on how many of her you have face up, she gives herself and all other Jewel Knight rear guards plus 3,000 for each copy of herself in the G-zone. So if you've already strown once, flipped a copy of herself, strown a second time, and then flipped another, everybody is going to be getting plus 9,000. So you're swinging at least 35 or greater with all your rear guards.
Neil Nectar's like, oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Oh,
but for Jewel Knights...
yes. Don't even get me started on the other.
But anyway,
so that's what I have for you guys.
All right, that's Jewel Knights. Hopefully this gives y'all that chaos in Mayhem at your card fighting areas. Like, comment, subscribe. Definitely that subscription button would definitely help your boy out. Holla.